Today I'm going to show you the new ladder truck here at the City of Franklin. It's a 2020 Sutphen Monarch 75-foot quint. And just starting here at the driver's door, this is where the driver sits, has all of his equipment, all of his switches to operate all the emergency equipment, has backup cameras and some added technology that just makes our job easier. Moving back to the back, this is where the firefighters sit. There's two rear-facing seats where they sit on the way to the calls with their SCBAs in there, and then we have additional medical equipment inside. Our driver will store his equipment in here, and this is where they keep all their PPE, so when they have to get dressed once we get to a call, because they don't drive with their gear on. This is a pump panel for the fire truck, is where the engineer makes all the calculations and charges all of our hose lines while we're fighting a fire. And this is where the water comes into the truck from a fire hydrant. And then starting here, this is where the driver has all of their equipment that they need to make hookups. They're all in custom drawers so that they can easily access everything that they need to make hose connections, toolbox and some extra hose. In this compartment, we just have some miscellaneous hand tools, chargers for our equipment, and then this tool board flips out. And then we have all of our power tools mounted, ready to go, and additional equipment, just trying to use all the space available to us. This is a compartment just for like vehicle accidents. We have a blower and some shovels, brooms, and an oil dry hopper for us to be able to put oil dry down on accidents to clean up roadways. This compartment holds our saws, comes out so we can easily access them. Additional battery operated saw for smaller trees, and a saw box just with all of our additional blades and fire extinguishers that we might need for special types of fires. This truck is outfitted with a pinnable waterway, which is unique to the City of Franklin. It's new for us. So we have the ability to control where the nozzle goes and stays on the ladder just by moving that lever. And that allows us to have the tip of the aerial free and clear when we're laddering a building, so it's not in our way. So it just makes it much easier for us to get on a roof of a building or to get to a window if someone is trying to get out of the home. So just a real nice capability and improvement for us. This is where all the large diameter hoses is what we hook up to a fire hydrant. And then we have pipe pole storage or hook storage, and this is what we use inside a house to pull ceiling. And then moving to this back compartment, this is another compartment that the engineer will use when they're hooking up to fire hydrants. And all their equipment is back here. So this will go on the fire hydrant, additional adapters to hook up to the hydrant, additional hose and hose clamps, some additional nozzles and things that we have for attacking larger fires. We have some ladder storage here, as well as a spine board for medical calls. If we have to immobilize someone, cone storage on the outside, which is an added benefit. We don't have our cones taking up space inside a compartment. This is where all of our cribbing will go that we help stabilize vehicles with. And then we have an A-frame ladder for installing smoke detectors or getting up into attics of homes as well. This compartment holds equipment for vehicle extrication. So it's just kind of a go bucket that we have, sawzall, and some additional forcible entry equipment that we have to be able to get into buildings. This compartment holds our high-rise packs and holds our high-rise bag. So if we have to go up into a tall building, we carry these up and hook up in the stairwells to standpipes and flow water from there. So This compartment holds our hydraulic tools. Many people know them by the jaws of life, and they are on what we refer to as like a lazy Susan. So we are able to turn that and to access our tools and to get them out easily. So that's an added benefit to this truck that we didn't have on the previous truck. And again, just our hand lines that we pull for house fires, and additional hose for hooking up to hydrants. This is our medical equipment. We have our cardiac monitor and all of our medical bags that we use to treat patients with advanced life support capabilities. And then a fan to ventilate homes of smoke or carbon monoxide, and additional chargers. So, and then this is where the firefighter typically grabs their equipment. Keep my helmet back here and keep it out of the cab. So we always come back here to grab our stuff for a call. They have their irons and a water can, and it flips out real nice and easy for them to be able to access it. And then the officer has his hook here to where they can grab their hook and go inside to a house. Again, just circling back to the back of the vehicle. Again, this is where the other firefighter will ride, and their air pack that's in the seat there, ready to go. We have some custom storage compartments here. We keep our ballistic vests and helmets for active shooter situations up here. So we keep them up and out of the way, but they're also here in the back where we can stand up and get dressed if we need to. And then turning over here, we have additional storage for COVID response supplies, PPE that we're not typically carrying outside of the pandemic right now. This net holds a lot of our loose equipment in, and then we have a medical cooler here that keeps our advanced life support medications in it and just keeps them within a temperature range. And then we've gone away from using coolers and having to fill them with ice every day to refrigerators that just allow us to keep Gatorades and bottled water and such in. So then that way, we're not having to change the ice out and such every day. So we have access to drinks at fires. This is where the officer rides. This is where I'm assigned to ride on the apparatus. I have a computer that sits in front of me. It's called a MDT, and it gives us everything from notes from the dispatchers that they're entering to the route there and hydrant locations. So we use that. I give my driver information on the way to the call so that we're able to make all the right decisions when we get there. And then just finishing up on the front of the truck, we respond to vehicle fires, and this is what we will use for vehicle fires on the front. It's plumbed with a foam system from the pump, so we have hose here, and then we have some additional forestry line for grass fires and such, so we don't have to pull as large of a hose for smaller type fires. We had the grill laser cut out with the city of Franklin, and it's backlit at night, so it lights up going down the road. And it was just something that adds a little pride and ownership to all the firefighters here. We respond to the Cool Springs area. We cover the Galleria Mall, I-65, and a large commercial district here in the greater Cool Springs area. I hope you've had a good time watching, and have a great day.